Welcome back to another One Punch Man 2 review. Today is episode 7. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Shock as always. We're anime viewers only, and we're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready for this?
I am ready.
So yeah, definitely going to split this into two sections because that's how the episode basically was. With the what's going on with all the heroes and stuff, and then the tournament. Let's start off with the heroes. Obviously, Gaara was going to go find Watchdog, which gets crushed by some giant monster instantly. What happens there? We don't know.
Yeah, we're pretty much...
A lot of flashes of just heroes coming in and being introduced.
I was going to say, we're pretty much continuing like the monster invasion and just kind of a bunch of heroes coming to aid, coming to help. Just
Yeah, so we have like Drive Knight, rank 9 coming in of the S rank. A lot of like metal type robots and cyborgs in the top.
Unfortunately, metal type things don't look too pretty in this but at least this animation. But yeah, it's just pretty much a continuation. I'd just say it wasn't like any major fights. It was just
definitely not. It was just like, hey, we're bringing them all together, right? We had Child Emperor, who's at rank 5, who was basically figuring out the cure to the poison. Pig God at 10, who just ate the poisonous monster. Flashy Flash. God, that's awful, man.
That is pretty awful.
Rank 13, who doesn't even finish off the monster because Tornado comes in and calls everyone worthless.
Tornado is like definitely a class above a lot of... Even like this episode kind of just showed like obviously there's a bunch of power discrepancy between heroes, but like A rank compared to S rank is like super big. But then you have people in S rank who are like tiers above other S rank members, especially Tornado, pretty much.
Yeah, and then we even have like non-heroes who are up there too.
Right.
It's like, but then that was most of the ones that we kind of got introduced in this episode. But the other big thing was King Orochi saying they could make monsters whenever they needed, so it doesn't matter if they lose them.
Right. And we kind of got a glimpse of that with Atomic Samurai, with all the other swordsmen
groups.
And that one of the swordsmen seemed to have, I guess, implanted or inject whatever he did.
He ate the monster cell, which he was going to make the others do. To make, I guess that's how they make monsters, using monster cells.
Right, so
you can just force feed them to people, or you can really just probably convince people like him, like, oh, you'll get stronger.
Yeah, so they pretty much have quite a ongoing army of monsters coming out and they're kind of changing some people, to their side while they're at it. So
yeah, and of course, Atomic Samurai and them, we're gonna go after Garo because they figured
Silverfang.
Yeah, Silverfang would not be able to actually win because he'd be soft-hearted because as a disciple of his. But then when they learned of the monster cells, they're like, nope, let's go crush the Monster Association instead. Like, screw Garo.
Right. I do like Atomic Samurai. He's very... That scene was pretty cool, and how, like... I will say that did look good, how he, like, pretty much slashed that guy. He just ended him in a second. I was like, alright, that's pretty sweet.
He's like, man, you're a fool. Just ended it.
Right.
Then that's mostly everything that was like monster side, I guess, besides the after credit scene with Genos, who was like, wow, that monster was not like any of the other ones, super strong, and that's the one that's headed to the stadium.
Yeah, and it looks pretty messed up, scary, whatever you want to call it. Not
monster.
Not pleasant to look at.
But yeah, Saitama beats Sourface Chose really quick to get to Suryu, who's obviously the big guy there. And they're just, made a deal where Saitama could see some martial arts and Suryu can have fun, because that's all he cares about is having fun and being strong. And, he's like trying things out, testing, throwing a whole bunch of blows but stopping them. I like how Saitama's the whole time just trying to keep his wig on.
Like, it was funny how like him holding in his wig was misinterpreted. Like, oh, he's guarding his head. Like,
He's like, he's slick for guarding his head.
right.
No, he's just literally trying.
It was very funny. Like, just I feel the comedy this episode was like a step up, I guess, or it felt like old season 1. Like,
Yeah,
it was very nice. Like, I really enjoyed him, like, their fight, even though you kind of know the outcome. It was still like entertaining and humorous all at the same time.
Yeah, because that guy was not like, obviously he's fighting against Saitama, but he himself doesn't seem like a joke. Like, he's actually really strong. It's just
Right.
he
I mean,
obviously looks down on heroes and says it's a stupid title and it's like not worth anything. It's like, he's still in this whole strong survive, blah blah blah. And then they're just like contaminants or whatever is what the word I think he used. And Saitama was like, no,
that did not sit well. He kind of
like,
got. I do like I will say, like, art style wise, I do appreciate like their wide range that they use for Saitama. He'll have a super serious dark like drawing of him, and then other times he'll just have like a super basic 2D drawing. I don't know, it's pretty funny for the most part.
Yeah, I agree. But that's when he, stopped holding on to his wig and got.
I do.
He's been found out.
Right. I do like how
obliterated Surya with like his punch, the force of the punch or whatever, just blowing off his clothes and everything. Everyone was like, "Oh, he just flew and the wig's off." And it's like, in a minute, he's disqualified.
Right.
But that doesn't stop people like them from fighting.
Right. That fight was continuing no matter what. It was funny how Saitama was like, I finally understand what martial arts is all about.
It's just moving around cool. He's like, would this be good against a monster of spinny move? But also, it's like, Surya was like Saitama was like, aren't you trying to do this for fun? He's like, losing isn't fun. He's one of those guys like you, Logan.
Yeah, losing is not fun. I will agree with that.
You just gotta look cool. It's like martial arts. That's fun.
And then Saitama pretty much ended it with a booty bump.
Booty bump. He was just practicing his spinning move and accidentally booty bumped him.
He's one butt man.
Yeah, one butt man. Which, obviously he couldn't tie his thing right ever, so it fell off. And he just walked out because
he had to run off.
Anyway.
But yeah.
He broke the rules.
That's pretty much the episode, though, I'd say.
Yeah. Jumping the scores?
Yeah, sure.
I'll give it a 6.5. I think it was fine. Like, the comedy was definitely, I think, a little better in this episode. Like the range with Saitama's face, I think is pretty well done. But a lot of it was just everything going on with the monster was like quickly done. It was just like we're just throwing in all these heroes more so to basically show, hey, this invasion's serious. We got all these people that are getting involved now. Maybe eventually we'll bring in even more. Who knows? And those were all the Atomic Samurai though. That can be interesting. So
right.
They're going straight to the Monster Association, who we can learn now to just make monsters at will, freely, easily, and just force people to join them, essentially. So that itself is threatening.
Right.
And then the tournament was just kind of, we knew how that was going to go.
Yeah, I'll say like 7-ish. The humor, I'd say, almost carried it to a 7.5, especially the tournament part. But it was kind of like almost a repeat of last episode. You have the invasion and then the tournament is pretty much the parts it was broken into. The invasion part was just, we didn't really see anything new. We kind of just had some, like you said, skirmishes here and there, some fights here and there. It wasn't, we got a small glimpse of Garo, so there wasn't much there either. The tournament, yeah, it was obviously predictable, but the final fight was enjoyable despite that, like, very funny. I wonder how it's going to further progress, because now I've mentioned before that I felt the tournament was kind of a way to keep Saitama sidelined, since obviously he's like he could beat the Monster Association probably single-handedly, like no pun intended. But I wonder where this is gonna go, because I'm assuming there will be a confrontation with I forgot the monster's name that's approaching, but I don't think that will last too long, considering that's where Saitama is. But who knows? Maybe these monsters have another, hidden card up their sleeve. Maybe they got something else. Maybe there's a way for them to like you slightly mentioned earlier, like force someone to become a monster. Maybe that happens, but we'll see. But yeah, that's it.
That is it.
That means it's spiel time.
As always, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell to be notified every time we upload. Comment down below, let us know what you thought of the episode. What you didn't like anything like that. No spoilers, this is where anime viewers only. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.